Now we come to the major thing, the Central Management Console. This is something that's been asked for quite a bit, and I think we finally did it right. There's some things that we're still working on to make it improved, but I mean, right now I'm using this in-house for our online our backups itself. It's a web-based console that allows you to basically configure and deal with all the backups that you might have. So, for instance, I have servers here that have Nova Backup on it. I point those servers to the Nova Backup installations to this central console, so I can actually monitor the backups, set up backup jobs, set up restores, set up file selections, look at the logs, look at all the statuses of the backups. Basically, a full central management console for Nova Backup. This isn't. You don't have to have like a XSP server or anything like that. You can have just 3 or 4 copies of Nova Backup Professional and use the central management console. The one caveat on this is it only works with Nova Backup 12 and higher. So it can't see like Nova Backup 11 agents out there or anything like that. One of the nice things about this is that on the agent level, so when I'm talking about agent, I'm talking about Nova Backup. So the Nova Backup installation can talk to the central management console through firewalls quite adeptly. So it's agent initiated, so the connection happens from the Nova Backup agent to the central management console, so you don't have to forward any ports or anything like that on the actual agent or Nova Backup install level. Instead, all you have to do is open one port on the actual central management console server install, and you can see all of those agents that have been installed. I'm going to go over a couple things with the central management console just because it's a little bit easier to understand what the central management console can do if I actually show it to you. So just one second, and I'll switch to that. Okay, so here's the central management console. When you log in, it'll show you the home screen, and then here's the dashboard that'll show you a general overview of the current status of what is, how many agents are connected. In this case, I have 8 agents connected. How many backups have happened in the last 24 hours? 14. There's 1 failed backup. And a couple other nice things like agents without backups in this period. So the time period here is 30 days. Agents with failed backups is 4. And it gives you a nice thing. So there's 1 started backup. So there's a backup currently in progress right now. And then gives you some percentages on the amount of good and completed and failed backups. You can actually show the actual log for a backup by just double-clicking on that summary. And it'll show you, how big that, everything that a normal log would show you from the client. In this case, it was backing up Exchange. It was, 75 gig. Took about 3 hours, and all that stuff. Then we go to the agents and groups. You can actually group all the agents into different groups depending on what you need to do. So in this case, I have a root group of Agora Hills for Agora Hills office. All the servers in here. I can actually go into this, and it'll show them, the backup jobs that I have scheduled for it. I can start it right here. I can edit it. I can look at this Exchange job, and this next thing will actually go. This actually goes out to the Nova Backup agent and queries the disk. And I can see, all the things that are on this disk, and select them if I need to. And then wherever you need that to go, in this case, it's going to a network share. It could also go to any number of things. I don't have anything else connected on this, but it could go to a tape drive, XSP device, FTP, any of the above. And then all of the settings that you're used to in Nova Backup are available here. Whether or not the chunk, open file backup, or any of that. And then scheduling, you can also create schedules, obviously. One thing that we have added is this ability to do a random schedule. This is a random schedule between 2 times. So when you actually do a random schedule, it'll actually tell the client to pick a time between that range and put that schedule there. This is very convenient and very helpful, especially when you have large amounts of agents that you want to schedule. You'll have the same backup job or backup schedule, and you don't want them all to kick off at the same time. And that's another thing that you can actually do. You can actually apply backup jobs, or what we call backup policies, to an entire group. So if I applied, actually let me go to add existing. If I applied one of these other backup jobs that I have here, let's say this one, to this group, it would add this to all of the members of this group. You can have that on different subgroups. It inherits all the way down. So if I put something on the Agora Hills group, it will propagate all the way down to the different groups and different agents. And you can actually edit the backup job for one of these agents, and it becomes specific for that particular agent. Another quick thing on some of the things that you can see on the agent details. You can see, you know, what all devices. In this case, this particular agent has a tape drive associated with it, and then you know, an E drive, which is obviously a DVD drive. It'll show the logs, and then you can actually go into the restore function, see all the media that is available to restore from. So in this case, I was doing a bunch of VM backups and VM tests on this particular machine, and it would show, you know, the VM backup, the AG-vCenter is our vSphere server, and then this particular thing is our Live Help server that I was backing up, and I could restore that just straight away. And then backup policies, this backup policies tab actually shows you all of the backup policies or backup jobs that you've defined. So you can, you know, edit them right there, then and there, without having to dig down into an agent to see where it's at. So the name and description of the backup policy actually becomes very important if you have large amounts of backup jobs. And yeah, that type of thing. Other than that, I mean, this is really just the tip of the iceberg of where we're going with the Central Management Console. There's a lot of other things that we do have in mind, but I would encourage anyone, you know, listening here that is at all interested in this to go download the trial of this. You know, this will install on a Windows 7 machine very easily, or a Windows XP machine. It includes everything that you would need to get it up and running, including a local database server and a web server, so you don't need to install all of that yourself. It'll actually install it for you. Just give it a try. Give us some feedback. You know, what do we need to add to it to make it more useful to you? That is one of the things that we're trying to do, is make sure that the things that we're building are things that are very useful to you.